Hundreds of weedy research plots testing herbicides, rates and timing of application, and many other variables were all open to the public for evaluation on the University of Illinois South Farms, where Caleb Wepprecht is the herbicide research farm manager.
Well, the early planted corn, that mid-April corn caught more rain than anything else. So the pre's got activated, which was key. Post residuals really didn't. So anything that was emerged got at least dinged, but as far as residual activity on the post end, it was slim to none. And as far as the soybeans went, planted May 17th, none of those pre's got activated. We only got 3/10 of rain after planting, and it didn't all come at once. So it's been, as far as the residual goes on the post corn or pre-bean or post bean, it's been slim to none activity at all.
Okay. Now what should farmers have learned this year that they could do in a future year?
Well, you don't ever want to plan for anything too extreme. I would say if you were going with a good residual program to begin with, I would say keep that, because this is a very unique situation. Here in Champaign, this is the second year in a row they face these conditions, but it's not going to be like that everywhere. I think that treat the seed, not the weed. I think there's a lot to be said for that. I would keep a strong pre-program on corn and soybeans both. Unfortunately, on the post-soybean option, that's really group 15s, it's, you kind of have slim options, so you got to hit it pretty hard with the residual up front.
Okay. Did one brand work better than another, or are they fairly static across the board depending upon what category they were in?
Yeah, the second option. It's pretty uniform across this plot. The rain was so spotty that if you go around the countryside, you can see some fields that work better than others, and they might have the same program on each end of the road. But the rain was so spotty, and here, again, 3/10 of rain, not all at once. Things are pretty uniform around here.
Did any weeds perform, or not perform, but did any weeds challenge you more than any other weeds?
Well, of course, when we talk about that, we talk about our water hemp. Of course, there's new flushes coming with that, even with no moisture, so that's a challenge in itself. But really, other than that, it's been pretty good control of a lot of things, but the water hemp continues to win on this one.
Tell me about HPP resistance this year.
Well, it's not really new to the area, but it's becoming more prevalent, I will say that. We're certainly seeing it here, and I don't think that moisture or lack thereof has anything to really do with it. We started to see it work in retail the last couple of years. Started to see it more last year than years before, and it was being misdiagnosed as sprayer applicator error, operator error, that sort of thing. I think there's more of it in the countryside than what we think. What concerns me more than anything is the short corn, not going to shade the rows in time to keep a new flush from coming, maybe even shade the ones that are already there that maybe didn't quite get killed. So as far as that goes, the Farm Progress Show coming up at the end of August, we will have a booth that's going to show that water hemp resistance to HPPD application.
Okay.
So,
and those brands that really are in that HPPD category, what are the ones that we're talking about?
Anything with Callisto in it, so anything like, Resicor, Eniacuron, Lexar, Laudis, those are the main ones. But any 27, so any, your impact is a group 27, so anything like that is losing its effectiveness.